Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the Italian K2 Museum, established in 2004 when the Italians were celebrating the Golden Jubilee of K2. 1954, first time Italians have submitted the K2, and 2004 they were celebrating the Golden Jubilee. This tent was over there on K2 base camp, 5,100 meter high. Our typography of K2 is 1909, the Italian Prince Duca delle Abruzzi visited K2, and until 6000 he climbed and went back. Later on, all the European climbed, they tried their best, could not summit, but managed to summit 1954, the Italian two-person, Leno Lecedeli and Capigano. That route is called Duca delle Abruzzi route. Second route is Chesan route, it's a Spanish route also. Third is the Polish route. Fourth is the Japanese route, either the Magic Line. And fifth is the Russian line. Russian have submitted from their side. Normally now classical route and Abruzzi route is the same one. And the normal climber nowadays they are trying from the Abruzzi route to summit. 5,100 meter high, this tent was over there in K2, 2004, then shifted here to establish a natural historical museum, where you can see the mountain, flora, fauna, and wildlife, certainly the glaciers. And in terms, two main purposes of this museum is trying to fulfill. One is education for about our natural resources, why we are living in the mountainside. And we are not moving from here to Karachi, Lahore, either Europe, because we have our resources, we have water, fresh air, and agriculture, and fruits, and all this natural food security, you can say. And second is the tourism promotion. Tourism promotion 2004 to update, this museum is serving as a free of cost for the visitors to promote the different sites of the Central Karakoram National Park, Diosai National Park. When they once visit this museum, they ask about the GB. You can say they ask about the visit, Diamar, Hunza Nagar, and all these famous districts they ask from here, they get from here the knowledge about the travel and travel route and guide and porter and different necessities they ask, get the knowledge from here, then they travel another route. It means throughout GB and part of the KPK. They are covering from here to give the information for the tourists, normally Pakistani tourists and European tourists. Mostly after Corona, this was overcrowded in Skardu. Overcrowded, and therefore you are seeing that many hotels and different kinds of the trekking routes, zip line and everything in the tourism department, they exceed. And nowadays we are very happy, and all the hotels in Pakistan, they have a swimming pool, but only these hotels have a good museum and natural resource museum in terms. And history of this museum and this place, this land donated by the local government, and local government donated the EVK2CNR and on behalf of Italian embassy. And Italian embassy owns this one, and EVK2CNR is managing the museum, repairing and giving the information for the tourists, and free of cost, 2004 to update, it's provided the information for the tourists. So second phase is in China. We have a sharing K2 in China. Yeah. So we have a best in Chinese side also. The few climbers try from their side, and their climbing route and our Pakistani climber. And this first section is about the mountain, historical section, 1909 to update at least. And second is the flora fauna section. Third is the culture section. We have a small kitchen to show our how to cook 50 years before, 80 years before, 100 years before, how the Balti people are living. The same situation is if you are going to visit Hunzanagar, Diamar, and all districts, the same situation of the kitchen will exist some 80 years before. So this is just carpet. Okay. Sharma, you can say either the local carpet, woolen yak wool. normally. And yak wool is very famous to cure the as what I can say, the helpful to reduce the pain of women's backbone. Normally they are using to as a carpet, so this giving the slowly heat up. And backbone, Arpun Nisa normally, Arpun Nisa, and normally they have a backbone problem, so they heal up this one. So these are the 2014, 60 years later. 2004 they celebrate the Golden Jubilee, then the Platinum Jubilee, and then 2014, 60 years later, government of Pakistan, government of GB and AVK to Senar and Italian government and Italian embassy in Pakistan, they sponsored these guys. They are all Pakistani, two exceptionally they are their teachers and instructors. All other were the high porters. High porter means mountain guide. They were already summiters. But this time, the NGO and government of Pakistan provided them all resources as a climber they submitted. So these, after that, they are called now climber. Before high altitude porter. Normally they are working nowadays also. Please. In 1909, the Italian prince visited Baltistan. He stayed at the Dogra Raj somewhere here. The Hamirgarh was the basically, what I can say, the residential area of the Dogra and official area. So they hosted somewhere here. Hamirgarh, you are now in the premises of Hamirgarh. Now our administrative offices are located here. So at that time he visited here and he crossed from here and this river, Indus River, and he went to the K2. So 1909, his photographer, this section is mostly consists of his photography, V. Sela. So at that time, willow branches woven bridge. After 3 hours walk from Askoli, there is a Jula bridge. So nowadays there is a good suspension bridge. At that time there was not a suspension bridge. They normally the locals have the woven bridge, willow branches woven bridge. It's called Chugasdam in Balkan. Chugasdam. So on the Palor region, third longest glacier after world, 64 kilometers, Baltoro glacier, starting from Paju. But Askoli is somewhere here. To reach Askoli, you need 6 hours jeep drive from Skardu to Askoli. One way, then you have to 2 days walk and you will reach somewhere here. This area called Paju, because this peak name is Paju 6000. Uli Depot, then Trango Tower. This only rock pillar in the world exists in Pakistan only. And all the way glacier, you have to walk until Concordia. Concordia is Concourt, a French meeting place called the Concourt. So it's famous for the meeting place of the many glaciers, so people call it Concordia. Concourt to Concordia. So this is the Vigny glacier, this is Apar Baltoro glacier, this is the Gautmi Asta glacier. 1887, the British surveyor arrived here. So he little bit travel and he explored the typography of this mountain. And his name was Gautmi Asta from Britain, and therefore this glacier is famous for the Gautmi Asta glacier. So first, K2, 8,611 meters, Gautmi 8,074, 47, Geshabrum 4, Batur Kangri, Sunodom, Cholinsa. 3 mountains are 7,000, 6,000 meter peak. If you reach here, then this through Vigny glacier, this is the world 5th demanding trek of Gandogol Pass. You are crossing, you are staying in Skardu district, then Shigar district, then Ganche district. 3 districts you will cross and you will reach again in Skardu. So this is very famous Gandogol Pass. And behind here, Geshapram 1 and 2, 8,000 peaks are behind. And within a 20-kilometer radius in Karakoram, 8,000 people we have in Pakistan. So In Cambodia, you can see many panoramic things, but if you reach here, mini Europe, normally you can say in June, July, August. All the trekkers, they normally stay here and cross the Gondola, either the same route, but एजुकेशन पर्पज़ के लिए इनमें से कोई चीज़ पाकिस्तान में मैन्युफैक्चर नहीं होता है, इसलिए क्लाइंबिंग जो है ना बहुत बड़ा सब्जेक्ट और एक्सपेंसिव है। और ये क्लाइंबिंग इक्विपमेंट जो है पाकिस्तान में नॉर्मल मिलता भी नहीं, सेकेंड हैंड मिलेगा, लेकिन ओरिजिनल में आप कोई चीज़ नहीं। ये हमारे छोटा सा कच्चा है, इसमें जो मैंने फर्ज किया था कि ये 50 साल 100 साल पहले 200 साल पहले तकरीबन यही हाल थी। और तमाम इसकी जो यूटेंसिल्स है, अब तो प्लास्टिक और टीन ने ले लिए, यूटेंसिल्स हमारे पत्थर के थे। अभी फिर रिवाइवल की मूड में आ चुका है, लोगों ने फिर इसको तलाश के।
ये भाई हम केटू के म्यूज़ियम में आए, यहाँ का मशहूर है स्कर्दू का। ये केटू का म्यूज़ियम, केटू म्यूज़ियम, केटू म्यूज़ियम में ये देखें स्टोर।
सर ये केटू म्यूज़ियम
सही
ये बनाई सर, इटालियन हुकूमत ने बनाई थी, इटालियन जो हुकूमत है उसने बनाई थी। ये जब केटू फर्स्ट टाइम जो समिट हो गया था 1954 में, और इसके बाद उन लोगों की याद में बनाई थी कि जिन्होंने माउंटेन्स एरियाज़ में 8000 के जो ग्लेशियर्स हैं, पीक्स हैं, उसको एक्सप्लोर करने में अपनी तवानाइयाँ दी, अपनी जानें दी। उनकी याद में एक बड़ा हिस्ट्री है। अंदर इनके गाइड बैठे हुए, वो आपको एक एक चीज़ के बारे में मुझसे बेहतर आपको समझाएगा।